Welcome back, beautiful Capricorns. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope each and every one of you are doing amazing. Freya, the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely, and I'm only going to say yes when it's a holy hell yes. Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth, and I am fully human and fully divine. Well, the mystic of peace. I am peace, and when my mind is clear, the way is clear. The warrior saint. My devotion attracts resources and support. Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So, Spirit might be asking you to use your discernment at this time. Okay, and engage, like I said, remember to be a warrior for love. Use your mind wisely. Like there are endless possibilities here. But you're being asked to use some kind of discernment right now. Okay? Like, you may be a warrior, but you're being asked to be wise and discerning at this time. Okay? Like this, you got the sword out. This has been coming out for days. You've got the sword out. But Spirit is asking you to use your discernment, okay? On a topic, on a subject, I don't know what. I mean, I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. My ego is in service of my soul. So be very discerning with making decisions right now. Because, like I said, you've got the sword drawn here, but you're being asked to. The soul is more important than the mind right now. And you're being asked to use your discernment on a subject and speak from your soul. Not by words, not by intelligence, but by what is your soul. Your soul wants to say something. Speak from the soul, not from the mind. Speak from the soul. And don't make a decision based on ego. Make a decision based on what your soul would say. Not what your mind would say, not what your voice would say, but what your soul would say. Okay? And it's telling you to speak from the soul. Okay? Not from the mind, not from the mouth, but the words that would come from your soul. Okay? You're being asked to be really discerning right now and wise. And leave a legacy of love. Like, speak from the heart, not just the heart, the soul. What would your soul say in a situation? What would your soul say? You want to leave a legacy of love behind, not of ego or what the mind thinks, but what the soul would benefit from. What the soul would benefit from. Okay? Capricorn. That's what the angel of love is saying here. Speak from the soul. What is this envy here for? There are endless possibilities. So maybe something is broken your heart. But why? When there are so many possibilities. Oh boy. What is it that you're attached to or so worried about? And speak from the soul. Not from, like you're being asked to be very wise and discerning right now, and it could be about making a decision, and Spirit is saying you want to leave a legacy of love behind. You're going to have to trust the angel of love here. It's like it's beyond the mind. It's beyond the third eye. It's beyond what you could say rationally, or it's telling you to speak from your soul. What would your soul benefit from? How are you going to leave this legacy of love behind? And it's to be discerning. You know, sometimes our minds can outthink us, like, and even our hearts. But what is it that the soul longs for? What is it the soul would say before making a decision about something? What is your soul telling you to do? And apparently it's like to leave a legacy of love behind, not of words, not of wisdom, not of discernment, but of what the soul would want. What is it you truly want to leave behind after being on this earth? What is it your soul would like to be remembered for? You know, it's beyond the mind, it's beyond the eyes, it's beyond the words. It's what our soul knows to be the truth. Listen to your soul in making some sort of decision here. It's almost like you want to leave a legacy of love behind. So we're going to have to listen to what our souls are telling us. Okay? Not what the mind thinks. not what our ego tells us, and sometimes not even what our heart tells us. It's love. And leaving that imprint behind for future generations. You got to be careful right now. You got to be very wise and discerning the message that you are sending. Like, it's beyond the mind. It's beyond what words could say. It's speaking from the heart and speaking from the soul. Not even like our minds can be confused. Our hearts can be confused. What is it you want to leave behind as an imprint that you were here? Wow. And listen to your soul, what your soul is telling you. Okay? That's what it's telling you. Be very wise. Our soul. Let your soul guide you. That's what it's saying. Let your soul be the guide. Listen to your soul. Be very wise. Be very discerning. And listen to your soul and let your soul guide you. Wow. So there could have been some sort of, disaster or falling out here. You're being asked to be very wise, okay? And it's like, what do you want to see the future? How do you want to leave the future behind? Like, if a person could see into the future, what would you want to see? What is the greatest impact that you would leave behind? Is it your words? Is it your discernment? Or is it what your soul feels led to do? Like, I don't know. It's not words. It's not wisdom. It's not intellect. It's what you want to see left behind. Okay? How do you want to leave this earth? How do you want to leave things with people around you? How do you want to exit? What would you have them say about you? Do you want them to say, what would your soul tell you to do? That's what it's saying. What about your relationships? And what about your children? There are so many endless possibilities here. But why is what is it that you really want to see happen? What is it that you're really wishing for? What is it that your soul is telling you to do? What is your soul telling you to respond as? Make sure that you're being fair. Okay? Make sure you're being fair. Make sure that you're not listening to your fears, and make sure you're not listening to ego. Okay? Okay? Now, why is somebody so worried? What is it that you want to leave behind? What is the legacy you want to leave behind that you want to pass down to your children and your thunder and your children's children? And listen to that, because it's love that gets passed down. The love that you share, the love that you communicate. So you're being asked to be very wise and discerning, and listen to your soul at this time. And you better be absolutely sure that you're not speaking from fear, not speaking from ego, but speaking the words that your soul is telling you to speak. Wow, I don't know what you're faced with right now, Capricorn, but it's telling you to listen to your soul. Make sure it's not of self-interest, because what is this anger all about and this pain all about? Okay? You may not like what's going down. It's almost like someone wants to be absolutely certain before they agree to something. They want to feel someone is being wise and discerning. Okay, they are trying to make a wise choice. They're trying to be wise and they're trying to be discerning. So is it that, well, like, I hate to quote Dr. Phil, but do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Listen to what your soul is telling you, because your soul already knows the truth. Your soul already knows the answers. Okay? Let it be your soul that guides you, and listen to that. Because there are so many possibilities here for love. So many possibilities to have your wishes come true here. But make sure you're not speaking from hurt feelings and fears. Make sure that you're making a wise decision and being very discerning. But you better be fair here. Okay? That's what it's telling you to do. Oh, now, blaming ain't going to get you nowhere. Hostility ain't going to get you nowhere. No, it's like this person is only saying yes when it's a holy hell yes. When their soul tells them, this is the King of Pentacles. This is a godly person. This is someone who loves. They want to leave a legacy of love behind. Okay? So you better think. What is it? This is a holy hell yes. And they are not going to back down. This is someone who will stand their ground and they will not back down. They are listening to what their soul is telling them. So it may hurt your feelings, or they might be hurting your feelings somehow, but they gotta listen to what their soul is telling them to do. It's like they want to leave a legacy of love behind. They want to. So there could be some disagreements here between people, but make sure you're not acting out of hurt, self-interest, fear. Because someone really does want to leave a legacy of love behind. They're committed. They're devoted. And maybe they want to leave this to their children. They want to act by love. This is leading by example. This is somebody who's trying to protect, like, their values, their traditions, their children, leaving a legacy of love behind. And they're having some kind of conflict with someone, but someone is like, they're very intelligent, they're very wise, but they're like communicating out of fear, self-interest. I don't know. It's like you're gonna have to, like, this is somebody who is saying a holy hell yes. They're absolutely 100% sure what kind of legacy they want to leave behind, what kind of tradition they want to leave behind. And it is a legacy of love that they would like to leave behind. It's beyond the mind, it's beyond the heart. It's from their soul. So make sure you're making the right decision. If you are fighting with someone or against someone, or you're having an argument with someone, because you better make absolutely certain that you're making the right and the correct decision. Whether that's judging someone, whether that's it could be that there's some kind of conflict here. And it's family. There's the god of thunder right now. Be careful that you're not misjudging someone, because their heart is pure and they're speaking from their soul. And wouldn't it be better to leave a legacy of love behind than conflict? I don't know. Maybe you're having conflict with a family member. I don't know. And maybe you're having a disagreement with a family member. But what does that leave? What does that leave their children behind if there's all this family conflict? Isn't it time to break a cycle? It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? This conflict, this is like one-upmanship. This is, no, I'm right, no, I'm right. But you got to respect their traditions, and you've got to respect that these people love one another. They want to leave a legacy of love behind. They've listened to their soul. This is not something that they've just thought up of overnight or something. They want to leave their children a legacy behind of love. So you're going to have to be very discerning in your judgment of someone, because they truly want to improve a family dynamic, or they truly want what's best for their children and their children's children. Whoa. So Spirit is asking you to be really wise right now and carefully think about what it is you want to leave behind. Do you want to carry on family conflicts? Do you want a family at war here? Or it may not be what our ego wants, but it's doing what's right and doing what's fair for future generations. Because I think someone is judging someone, and they might be misjudging someone based upon their own fears, based upon make sure it's not just out of self-interest. Be absolutely certain when you're making some kind of decision here, because it's really important here. It could be about breaking a cycle. It could be about breaking a cycle for future generations. It's really important, whatever this is. Be careful. It's not based on some kind of difference of opinion or argument. Make sure it's about I'm right, no, I'm right, no, I'm right, no, I'm right. It's not about who's right. It's about what you leave behind for future generations. It's beyond that. It's beyond. And I think Spirit is asking you to be really wise and discerning right now. Like, there's got to be more to life than conflict and having disputes, and I think someone's ego is getting in the way of making a decision. And our minds can deceive us, and our hearts can even deceive us, but our souls will never deceive us. And I think Spirit's asking you to make some sort of decision based on what your soul would do. Because it's beyond the mind and beyond the heart. Feelings can get hurt. People can make decisions based on fear. People can make decisions based on instinct and what their ego is telling them. But to listen to our souls and what is it we want to be remembered by would be the love we shared with others and carrying on a tradition of passing that down to future generations, not conflicts. Don't leave no conflicts behind. That's what it's saying. Be very discerning. Because I think that someone is making a decision based upon fears or ego and not listening to what their soul is telling them. And it's saying to be absolutely certain that the decisions you make are not just because you want to win a fight or an argument. And you want to be right, and you could be dead wrong. Just because you don't like someone or someone doesn't like you doesn't mean they're not a good person, or doesn't mean that, I don't know, it's been coming up for days, this family conflict of yours. In the end, nobody's going to care who's right or wrong. I'm just going to be real. It's about what you leave behind. Did you make a imprint on somebody of being fair, of being, letting them know that they were loved, you know what I mean? So it's asking you to speak from your soul, what your soul would tell you to do, not what your mind tells you, not what your heart tells you. And don't say it from hurt feelings, and don't say it from what would be an intellectual thing to say, but rather that it come from your soul. Because the possibilities are endless here. Like, what would God tell you to do? What would God say about the situation? Not what our minds tell us, not what our hearts tell us, but what our souls tell us. So you might be making some decision about a family conflict and how to handle it. Seems you're at a crossroads, Capricorn. You might be being asked to lead by example here. And you might have to bite your tongue But listen to what your soul is telling you. Take care.